Mamas, it's Natalie. Today I'm answering your most asked questions about pregnancy, yoga, and mindful motherhood. Let's dive in.
So, how did motherhood journey influence your yoga practice personally?
Yeah, so motherhood journey influenced my personal practice by a lot of ways. My body changed so much during pregnancy. I learned that I had to make tons of modifications. And then also what I needed to do more of certain poses so that I could prepare my body to feel better with all of these changes. And I scaled back on other things that didn't have a purpose. For example, I didn't need to be doing so high intensity, certain flows, or just I love the creative outlet of doing certain things, but I directed it elsewhere because it was what made me feel better. And I used yoga not just as a way to self express or just a way to just check off, oh, I did yoga today. I used it as a way more intentional practice because I knew what I was doing was helping me with a lot of side effects of pregnancy, as well as prepare my body for birth. And during my labor, I had a few moments of self doubt, which is totally normal. But my husband came into my ear when I gave up, and I can tell you guys my labor story a whole nother time if you want it. But basically, he said, "You trained for this." He was like, "I'll support you no matter what, but you trained for this." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, I did." I used yoga to help me get through labor, birth, and then also after I had my baby, a lot of poses and mentally check into my body. I don't know, I guess I just realized how much profound effects of goodness came through yoga. And I know these tools. I mean, I've been practicing yoga and I've been teaching for about 15 years. And I was like, I'm going to take all of this in, all my knowledge, use it for myself. And then I'm going to share this with as many moms who will take it in and utilize it so you guys can benefit from it too.
What is that kind of realization? Like, when did you think about it? When did you somehow say, I need to help moms?
I've always been huge about sharing yoga and mindfulness techniques, mind and body, to as many people as possible because I know how much it benefits people in general. I even ran Yoga Week, bringing in a lot of different amazing teachers and styles because I believe in diversity and meeting people where they're at. But whenever I was in postpartum, I knew that I wanted to make a deeper impact, not just a level impact, like a really deep impact on people who need it so much but don't have the tools. Like, yes, there's yoga classes and there's amazing ones out there, but is there one for the mom who really is struggling? Maybe they're dealing with a lot of stress that they need to find calm, but they feel like they've been a little bit exiled by their yoga class, not because of what the teacher did or what they did, but because it wasn't in the season that they're at, right? Or even postpartum or whatever it is, or maybe it's the mom at home just trying to make ends meet, just finding a safe space for those moms. And I was like, how can I do this? I mean, I want to be present too because I want to be with my baby, and I know other women want that too. So how can I make this work? I realized, maybe it's something online, maybe it's meeting moms where they're at and giving them a lot of different varieties of styles of classes, but keeping us together, right? Like through a community. And also, I have to thank my husband for supporting me and saying, hey, online might be a good idea too. And not just that, but cheering me on. So I was like, okay, how am I going to do this? Well, I can figure it out. And that's what happened. I can be in one place, but in many, and helping all these moms take a class during their pregnancy, postpartum, or while their baby naps, or when their kids are running around, just to get it in wherever they can. So yeah, that's why I created MindFit Mama. And mindfulness in general is what I'm huge about because it brings you into the moment. And life is about a bunch of moments, not just going through the motions, right? So the mindfulness aspect and things that are mind body that you're doing physically, but with great intention. And then, of course, being fit, because you need to have that strength both mentally and physically to keep that vitality alive in your life and keep enjoying the moments and showing up so that your cup is full. So that's where Mind Fit. And then, of course, the mama, because you're a mama, comes in. And that's why I created this app.
How do you balance being a mom and a yoga teacher?
Yeah, so I balance being a mom and a yoga teacher actually by stepping back when I need to. A lot of times as a woman, we say yes, 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 especially as a mom to everything. We juggle so much. And whenever I step back, I learn how to say no to whatever is not serving my family and me and my brand. And then I put all of my energy, instead of worrying about doing everything, into what I'm doing at that current time to make the most impactful moment that I can to both my daughter or the students that I have. Being a mom actually taught me to put more of my energy and focus and worth to certain places and not just be everywhere, right? So that's how I balance it, right? I might say no to a lot of other things that I was doing so that I can be way more present to the things that I can. Has it been easy? Not at all. I've had a lot of self reflection, ups and downs, thinking, am I doing what I need to be doing? And then I just close my eyes, take a mindful moment, and I check into where I can make the most impact in my life and in a lot of other moms who are going through the same thing.
What are some misconceptions about prenatal or postnatal yoga that you wish more moms understood?
Basically, prenatal yoga stands for if you are pregnant and you want to practice yoga, or maybe your doctor, which is highly referred to by a lot of doctors, obviously ask yours. But basically, if you are pregnant, there's so many benefits that you can get from taking a prenatal yoga class. Again, prenatal means for a woman who is pregnant. And whenever you take a class by a certified prenatal yoga teacher, they did a lot of hours. For example, I did a lot of hours to go on top of my yoga cert to get this specialty cert where I learned about what you should do and what you shouldn't do in each trimester. And not only that, I also learned about the different poses that can help with certain symptoms, as well as that can trigger certain symptoms, and also that can help you prepare for labor, which is huge, not only mentally, but physically. And whenever you go into labor, I will tell you, your body is amazing and knows what to do, but your mind will give out before your body does. So yoga for pregnancy, so prenatal yoga, is really good if you are looking to have a pregnancy that is calm, strong, and connected, is the style that I do. Because what that means is there are certain poses that can help strengthen your pelvic floor and help alleviate common back symptoms like lower back pain, and also little things that might wake you up at night, like those leg cramps. Stretching and doing things very intentional for somebody who is pregnant is really purposeful. And yes, of course, you can go to other classes that are not considered prenatal yoga, but you want to tell your teacher if you are pregnant, and not only that, what trimester. And if they don't feel comfortable leading you, I'm so sorry, but that's why I'm hosting this platform, so that I can give you these tools and practice everywhere. I've actually been in a class that a teacher turned a pregnant individual away, and it broke my heart. I was like, how can you do that? But then I get it, because I appreciate somebody not pretending to act like they know something when they don't. So there are a few things you should not do whenever you are pregnant, and that is twisting. And a lot of classes have twisting, and you don't want to do that twisting. If you are in a trimester that your stomach is a little bit bigger, you don't want to lay on your back for long periods of time, because that can restrict the blood flow, which is the last thing you want. Also, in some other yoga classes, because compared to prenatal yoga classes, they hold your breath. And while that is extremely beneficial to some, you should not be holding your breath whenever you are pregnant. If you're not breathing, the baby's not breathing. Remember remember that. So there's a lot of different things, and a prenatal yoga class can actually help you do all of these things almost, but with modifications. For example, you can still do a leg up the wall, which is highly beneficial. But if you're in your second or third trimester and your belly's a little bigger, you'll have to come at an incline. So again, you have that blood flow. Also, you should probably skip out on hot yoga classes. But in a prenatal yoga class, they're mindful of the room temperature and also other women to be like, hey, go grab some water. Or whenever I teach prenatal yoga classes, I right away tell the woman where the bathroom is so that they feel comfortable just to go. And at any time, you're around women who get it, right? And all of the other things. And a lot of times, it's nice to be in a prenatal yoga class whenever you're pregnant because moms are going through a lot of hormonal changes. And there's a lot of awareness in that more whenever individuals are pregnant, and especially the teacher understands that. So there's some terminology that is used that you may not find in other classes because the instructor is more mindful. So, for example, prenatal yoga is for somebody who is pregnant and is highly beneficial from making you feel better during your pregnancy, boosting your energy, helping you feel calm, and keeping stress low. And then, in short, for this answer, that's the wrap up. But compared to postnatal, so postnatal is for the mom who is looking to find a safe space to go at their own pace and honor their body. Because when you're in postnatal yoga, what that means is it's for the individual who, first of all, you've already reached the 6 week clearance, or the class is tailored before that. But at the end of the day, if it's active moving and poses, you got a clearance from your doctor, and the instructor is educated and knows how to help you heal. So, what that would look like in a postnatal class is maybe you gave birth vaginally, maybe it was via a C section. And based on that, you're learning how to heal and you're moving slow, you're being pushed but held at the same time. And what that means to me is how I do it is I encourage you, I show that I'm there for you, I give you all the tools and cheer you on, but I also am mindful of helping you recover and helping you do it at your own pace. But I'm holding your hand because in postpartum, again, I always stress this is not just the physical body that you feel, but it's the mentality that you feel. So many women go through a lot in postpartum. You have this surge of hormones that come after you give your baby. And I help you regulate that through tools and mindfulness. Going to a postnatal class is so beneficial. It teaches you not to do it too far so that you can recover correctly. And we teach you the certain poses that can help you strengthen instead of hurt. For example, if you had a C-section, or even if not, your abs right through here, they're separated sometimes. And instead of doing full sit-ups and stuff, I mindfully help you strengthen your core back and away and your pelvic floor at a pace that doesn't harm you, it helps you. There's so much to be thinking of, but you don't have to think about it. That's why I'm here with my background, my education, and my knowledge to help safely guide you after you have your baby. So again, prenatal means if you are pregnant and you want to find a class that suits you. And postnatal is if you want to have a class that helps you recover. Both are meant to be safe and effective. And along with that, in the MindFit Mama app, I have a community space for you so other moms can connect. You're not alone, and we're all cheering on each other. Stay strong, calm, and connected. MindFit Mama.